walk you through this, and I'll just do it with like an example from my life because yeah, and then if you ever want to be a case study, we can just record a call and I'll do this with you. And then we'll put that up on here and it'll be so cool. Okay, so basically this is the work of, what's her name? Byron Katie. And it's been really helpful for a lot of people in dealing with anxiety, but I particularly, like in my own life, have noticed this being really helpful, especially with like codependency issues. But, you know, we've talked about anxiety being like racing thoughts, spiraling out of control, using your imagination for coming up with just like the worst possible scenarios. And so this is really a way of challenging that. So here's the situation. You have an anxious thought and you want to start to challenge that by saying, is this true? So now, sometimes we get past this, like sometimes the answer is no, but oftentimes for myself, I'm like, yeah, this is true. Then you go to the next question. Can I absolutely know that this is true? Can I absolutely, like beyond a doubt, know that this is true 100%? Then who am I when I believe this thought? Who would I be without this thought? And then we're going to turn it around 180 degrees because truth is 180 degrees. It is an example from my own life. Okay. And so I'm going to go back and reference probably the like biggest resentment that I had as of late that took me a long, long time to let go of and forgive, which is when my daughter was born, my husband at the time was not present for me. He was there when she was born, but for the majority of the day, I was not, you know, I was in labor for like a whole last day. And there were parts of the time where I did not know where he was and he was not with me and I needed him with me. Anyway, and I held this resentment for a long time. And honestly, that was like the death of my marriage was that day. Because it was like, you're not showing up for me. I can't trust you. Anyway, and so, and like the root of that is really like, you know, he wasn't able to stay sober. So that was ruining our marriage. His addiction was ruining our marriage. Is this true? I look at it now and I'm like, yeah, he was emotionally abusive. Is this true? Yes. His addiction was ruining our marriage. Yeah, that's true. But let's go to the next one. Can I absolutely know that this is true? No, like not really, because there are so many factors that go into having a healthy relationship and having a healthy marriage. Who am I when I believe this thought? Really like angry, resentful. Who would I be without this thought? Compassionate, loving, understanding, kind. I would feel 1,000 times lighter at least. And now let's turn it around 180 degrees. Because my teacher always says that truth is 180 degrees in the other direction. So he wasn't present for me. I wasn't present for him, which I wasn't because I was busy doing other stuff. He wasn't my priority. You know, his addiction was ruining our marriage. My addiction was ruining our marriage. My addiction to control, my addiction to trying to make sure he was doing what I wanted him to do. My addiction to these codependent tendencies. He was emotionally abusive. I was emotionally abusive. I did not have control of my emotions. I did not have the tools to regulate my nervous system. I completely like put so much of my energy and so much of myself into what he was doing that I lost my identity. Like I wasn't there for me. So this is a process that I feel like is really helpful in being able to kind of mitigate that anxiety and challenge your thoughts. Just starting out with, and you can do it anywhere, you know, is this true? Just challenging the thought and asking yourself, is this true? Sometimes I have thoughts like, nobody likes me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody wants me around. Nobody wants to listen to me talk. Is this true? No. Lots of people like listening to me talk. There's plenty of people that don't, but there's plenty of people that do too. Can I absolutely know that this is true, that nobody likes me, nobody cares about me? No. Who am I when I believe this thought? A really sad person, a really sad, lonely person that doesn't want to participate in community because I think that everyone is like to some degree malicious or pretending or faking to like me. Is that true? Like, no, it's not. I have a lot of friends, and I have so many friends on the internet too. Like, who would I be without this thought? I would be a lot better off. I would be able to participate in actively in my friendships a lot more. I would be able to show up for other people in my life and show up for myself and like show love for myself. When I can look at it as being something that's not true, then I can say, like, what part of myself is this coming from? What part of myself needs love right now, or needs approval, or needs recognition? How could I give that to myself right now? Do I need to call somebody if I can't get myself out of this space right now? You know, turning it around 180 degrees. Lots of people care about me. Lots of people like listening to me talk. Everybody loves me. So yeah, again, this is the work of Byron Katie. She does this with people all the time. She's written books and stuff. Super cool lady. But this is part of the, being able to do the homework on the anxiety process. It's more of a habit stack of something that you can do continually over time. Because these issues don't go away overnight, and it's just another tool to add to your toolbox. So it's good to see you. I'll see you for the next one. I love you.